Hello? 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 How do I do this? Right, twitch.tv. There we go. It's my page. So I can see. Alright, there we go. It says I'm playing the game. Does it actually come up full screen? Don't throw me an ad, please. Thank you. Alright. Is the mouse visible? Yeah, it is. It's heckin' full screen. Hey, Pete. Thank you. Oh, you can hear me talking. You can hear the game. Ah, shit, I just realized there's something I can't do as smoothly in this one. Oh, the audio for Rise of Nations isn't too bad. I hear everything. Okay, get down. So, hello. This is Rise of Nations. So, before we begin, there's one thing I want to turn off. Because, like, I was like, I want to show off the game, but, like, showing it off with a mod active is probably not a good idea. It's not like a crazy mod. How do I turn it off? No. I don't think it was this, was it? It was, okay. Disable. Oops. Shit. How's the stream? Is it still alive? Crap. I shouldn't have done that. Are we still here? Is the game still full screen? Broadcasting is enabled. Thanks, Steam. Okay, it's good. I don't know why I hit that button. Like, what's that for anyway? No! Oh my gosh. I went to the wrong place. Can I get out? No, I don't want to be in the scenario editor. That's where you can make your own map and customize stuff. It's pretty cool. I've done it a bunch in the past. Okay, yeah, it's disabled. That's fine. But yeah, it's not that big. Okay, so we're just gonna go start a game. Yeah, it is Mario Maker DLC. Alright, so let's do a quick battle. So I don't think we want that many nations. Okay. So hey Pete, you get to pick. Since you're watching, what nation should I be? As you can see, there's the Americans, Aztecs, Bantu, British, everybody on this list. Assuming you can read it well enough. It's hard to tell because on my screen it's very tiny. Romans. Where are they? They're there. The Romans have the power of Caesar. They build forts faster. Heavy infantry is cheaper and faster. Okay, cities gather extra wealth. That's good. Okay, we're gonna put 2 enemies. What color should I be? We got red, blue, purple, green, yellow. light blue, white, and orange. I don't know why I didn't think you would pick green. I'm a fool. Alright, just gonna leave the difficulty on easy so I can show it off at standard difficulty. Let's customize these rules because I like it like that. Just 3 players. Let's make the arena a little bit bigger. I like starting with Nomad. So the game starts you with a very small amount of resources, but I like playing with a few more because like the beginning, the early game is really slow. So I like to bump it up so that it's faster. It'll eventually catch up with itself later. So it's not like cheating or anything. I mean, it's a setting. I can do it whenever I want. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's fine, whatever. Okay, so here's how the game begins. So, I chose to start as Nomad, which means you start with just villagers. That's it. Like, just people. And, obviously the first thing you want to do is build a city. Because you need one. I also have a setting so that the game starts paused, so that I can have time to make my first moves, because the comms, they don't need to move a mouse around and click stuff, so they're just naturally faster at you at doing everything. So that's like the one advantage I can give myself, which is just to make it so the game starts paused, so they can't do anything, and I can make my first move. You're still there, Pete? This is hard to tell because... Yeah, exactly that. They are pretty dumb. Like, I mean, I have the difficulty on easy, so they're not that bad. But I played against a few on the hard difficulty just because I was curious, and they are pretty dumb. So yeah, starting from this, Nomad, that's like the lowest you can start. They give you 3 citizens and that's it. And then from there, you have to build your nation. Your nation must rise. You get it? You know? Get it? Back me up here. Adam, even Jim. Yep. Exactly. You know, I think I actually like opening up Twitch on Google Chrome on my phone as opposed to using the Twitch app, but that's fine. Okay. So there. The city's built, now I have territory. That thing that just expanded out, this guy, here's my border, and now I can build stuff. So the way I approach this game all the time is I just build right away within the city. I attach all my buildings to this. It doesn't matter where you put them. As long as you put the building within the circle that the city created, it counts as being in the city. I mean, wait, oops, no, don't do that. As long as you put the building inside this circle, as you can see right there, a circle just formed. So a library is very important because that lets us do research, and that is these things at the top here. And they all do a bunch of stuff. As you can see, everything has a ton of, like, oh, this is what it does. But like at its most simple, red is military. The more you research that, the more citizens you can have. Blue is civic. The more you research that, the more cities you can make. Green is commerce. The more you research that, the more commerce you can have. That's resources and the rate at which you gather resources. And yellow is science. The more you research that, the more buildings and things become available to you. That's all very simplified, but at the basis level, that's what that is. So I used to like studying military first, so that I could get more people. But I actually have a new appreciation for building cities. So I have switched since to studying civic first, so I can build a second city. Cause see, the thing is that in the top left corner, all those icons are the different types of commerce you can have. So currently all I have is food, timber, and wealth. and you gain more food by making farms. You gain more wood, timber by building wood cutting camps, and you get more wealth by caravans. And that's where the cities come in, because you can only make caravans if you have multiple cities. So that's why I like making cities first now. And yes. So can I put this near? Yes, I can. So you can put farms, as you can see, anywhere as long as they're within your territory. Woodcutters need to be next to trees, and mines need to be next to mountains. Of course, you don't get mines until science. You advance in science, which I'm gonna do now. Let me change this. Oh, and researching military also makes it so you can build military constructs, barracks, stables, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think I played some Civilization. I didn't play a lot. I wasn't particularly good at it. Okay, a temple, yay! So you see, there's a woodcutter's camp, and the trees that are green are the ones that'll be affected by it. I can't reach that other tree, because if I do, it's out of the city. And early on, it doesn't matter if it's out of the city, but it's best to keep it in the city, because eventually you gain access to buildings that will improve what you can do, how much you can gather, but only if the things you can gather are within the city. So this is a barracks that'll let me build foot soldiers so I can start my army. And yeah, praise their Lord and Savior. Yep, that's me. And also the default setting for civilians is a build and gather. So if the civilians are not doing anything for a few seconds, they will automatically start doing something, which is they'll either go build a building that's incomplete, or they'll go start gathering materials. Okay, all the comms have beaten me to the next age. That's the last of the research thing. So there's the 4 types, and then the 5th one in the middle is age. And you unlock that the more you research the others. And what age does is it moves you forward in time. So I'm in the ancient age, and I'm gonna go to the classical age, and it'll give me access to more buildings, more stuff, more upgrades. And ideally, you want to keep going there, you know. And you get more. You start with wooden weapons, horses, and then you upgrade to cars and tanks and planes, and you'll just keep going as you advance farther and farther in the future. So now I'm building a senate, which you put the senate in your capital. The first city built is your capital, but if you don't want it to be, then you build the senate anywhere else, and that new place will become your capital. So if I destroy the senate and then build it over here, this is my capital now. Yeah, so you can move it around. It's like a strategic thing if you're being invaded, to destroy your own senate and build it somewhere else so that your capital does not get captured. Because you don't want your capital to get captured. That's not good. I built the market. That's where you can buy, where you can make caravans, which will connect cities with roads, merchants, which you send out to gather special resources, and finally, you can also buy and sell stuff on the market if you want to. I don't really do that a lot. It's not my deal. I don't really use these a lot, so you can build. Mainly, I stick to the basic forms of warfare, but there's some additional buildings. I just don't use them that much. Also, this one would be important: the dock. You cannot traverse water until you build a dock, and also research a certain thing. It doesn't matter how long you play or how many units you make. Chances are you'll mostly your army, quote unquote, will mostly consist of civilians. Because you need civilians to do everything. So you kind of want to build one of every single building in every single city, because there's always an advantage to it. So like I always build a library in every single city, because you can actually multiply. You can actually research multiple things. Because normally, if I can hit all the things right now to research all 4 things, but only one will actually go. So let's try it right now. So if I hit blue and green, blue is the only one moving. You can see the blue bar. But if you build a second library, you can research 2 at a time. So now the green is moving too. So, and you can only build 1 library per city. So it's pretty handy to build more. Then, reminder though, this is how I play the game. Someone could probably be like, dude, you're being very inefficient. I'd believe it. But, it's how I play it. Oh right, I'm not getting a lot of wood. Yeesh. I'm running really low on wood. So let's get some wood. Yeesh. Go build, people. Go do my things. Do my bidding. Now, wood is always the one that I have trouble with for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, so as you can see, when you advance ages, you get more things. So I used to have only food, timber, and wealth, but now I have metal and knowledge. And metal you get using mines, and knowledge you get using universities. Can you hear the music? Because there is music, it's pretty low. Can you make Metal Face with a newfound metal? I wish. You'd be unstoppable if you had access to Metal Face. So now I'm going to make a merchant, and the merchant is the one that you send over here to this item over here, marble, which is actually perfect. So marble gives you a boost in timber and metal, which I need. And that's a rare resource, a special resource, and you can find them all over the map. More will appear as you progress through the game. So one of my favorite things to research is science as well. It's very, very handy for advancing how quickly you gather stuff. Because even if you build, because you can only build up to 5 farms in one city. If you build 5 farms in a city, you build your woodcutter camps, your mines, they will only get you so much. When you advance science, you can build specialized buildings that will increase that rate. So for farms, it's granaries. They will basically boost how much food your farms gather. For woodcutter camps, it's lumber mills. They'll do the same, but for timber. And for mines, it's smelters. So these buildings are the reason why you want your other buildings to be within the city perimeter. Because if the woodcutter camp was over here, and it wasn't in either of my cities, then it wouldn't be boosted from the lumber mill. Oh yeah, this seems really cool. It is! I like this game. As if that wasn't obvious. So I'm gonna make another city, because I can. I don't know where to put it though. Okay, one thing to help actually, about building a barracks early, is that you can make scouts. And these guys you just send them to run around the map and explore, and they will map the map and register important stuff that you find. So it's pretty handy to have them early. I completely forgot about them until just now. So see, it's a dude with a dog. Yeah, send them out. So as you go, some buildings will have things that you can study. And basically, they will improve what the building already does or give it new abilities. I cannot tell you what half the upgrades are. I just know that upgrading is good. So if I can, I just click it and study it. And there. I have no idea what these upgrades... I've played this game for a long time, and I don't know what most of these upgrades do. I just know they're better. So do them whenever they're available. That's my advice. I don't entirely know what they do. Like the specifics. I just know that they're good. So if my scouts can find another mountain, that's where I will build my my next city near. And as the game progresses, you'll get access to another resource called oil. Obviously, and in order to get oil, you need to mess with these rocks here. I think these are rocks. Yeah, they are. Eventually, from rocks, oil will spawn when you get to the appropriate age, and then you can start using it as a resource. Also, you don't need to, but I like building the respective buildings near the thing. So I like building a lumber mill near my woodcutters. I like building a granary near my farms. That's just for like the future. That's like, because if I need to upgrade my granary or my lumber mill, I know where to find it. Basically, it's like, okay, look at my farms. Where are my farms? They're my farms. There's my granary right next to it. So that's one way I like doing it. Oh yeah, you can rename your cities if you want. So this is Rome. I'm gonna rename it. There, that's my capital now. Yep. And there, it's official. What's really funny is that affects everything in the game. So if the enemies come to attack, a notification will come and say, "Your city of Pete Roman Digger is under attack." So I mean, let's hope that doesn't happen, because I don't want people to attack me. Not yet. I don't have any sort of army. Alright, so once I have Science 3, I can build a smelter, so I can improve my mine and all that. And now I'm in the medieval age, yay! I'm gonna start making soldiers. I just make pretty much one of anything. I don't have like a huge, okay, I need this guy specifically or this guy specifically. But from what I understand, the game operates on a really convoluted web of rock, paper, scissors. So it really is good to have everything. And since you were to ask me what unit is strong against what unit, I don't know. It's all over the freaking place. I thought swords beat axes. I wish. So yeah, there's my army. Check it out. It's very small right now. I like how every single building has its own specific sound that it makes. Like when you click on it and stuff, just I like it. So, we need a lot more metal. Oh, what's this? Salt. It'll give me 12 timber and 12 metal. Good. I don't use docks much, so I can't give you a lot of advice on what to do with those. They build boats there. Fishermen are basically the sea version of merchants. You build them, and then you have to look around the ocean for fish, and then they'll gather fish. So here's some fish. There's some more fish. You send them to get fish, and that's it. What we're gonna do next is build we should probably see if we could build a wonder. We can. So I am my go-to. It always switches between the Terracotta Army and the Colossus. So the Colossus increases your citizen rate, so you can your citizen caps. You can make more. I mean your population caps. So you can make more people. And the Terracotta Army, every minute or so, it'll give you a new soldier. So just automatically build an army for you. So you pick whichever one you like. If I could, I would get both. So maybe I should start trying to build the other one. It also increases wealth, which is pretty handy, except that my wealth is already as high as it can go. Nah, it is indeed Xenoblade. And this is the game at its most basic. And I don't think there's much else I could say at this point. What you continue to do is you expand, you build armies, and you invade and you conquer. There's multiple ways to win. You can either do it the basic way and just kill everybody and take over everything, or you can control most of the world. So right now I control 20%, 19% of the world. If I hit 90, it'll be like, okay, like timers will activate. So normally it's 70%, but I upped it to 90 because that's what I do. So if I control 90% of the world, the game will be like, okay, you control 90% of the world, so in 5 minutes you'll win, unless someone can like take away some of that world from you. That's basically how it goes. And I'm like, no, don't take my world away. It's mine. I conquered it fair and square. Did I build a siege factory? I did. That's the last of the building types, and it'll give you access to catapults and all that kind of heavy weapons. And there, my terracotta army is complete. And I build one more city over here. And right here is one of my enemies. This is William of Orange. Who is he? The Dutch. Okay. So this battle is between the Romans, the Dutch, and the Mongols. And who gets to decide that? A god. So the flashing yellow means that I hit my commerce cap. So I'm getting 200 food a minute, let's say. But I could get more if my commerce cap was higher. So it's like, hey, you're wasting resources. Research commerce to boost it up. That's basically what it means. One thing I like doing when I am about to initiate war is building a bunch of bases near the border, and this is where I'm going to launch my attack from. It also makes it convenient because this is where I could build my armies. Yeah. The big issue, though, is that when you advance ages, you gain the ability to upgrade your army, but you have to do it yourself. So currently my army, these units are from the Ancient Age. If I want them to get stronger, I need to go into the places and research their current counterparts. And that'll upgrade all the ones that are already deployed. Let's build another wonder. Why not? Yeah, sure. I'll build Colossus. I just need there we go. Wood. So there's Colossus. And I need a lot of wood. I have a lumber mill over here, right? Or do I not? I don't. I'm a fool. Create Bionis. And currently what I'm doing is upgrading my units. And there. So now the army will look cooler because it's more modernized. should make some more caravans. I forgot that I could. Where is it? There you are. Oh, Colossus is done. Yay. So let's build some army. Okay, he came to the wrong place. Alright. Yeah, there's Colossus. Woo! Alright, so now we're gonna initiate war. While I still have the advantage, even though the advantage is about to disappear. I like being an age ahead of my enemies, because then I can hurt them with a cool future technology. But the bad guys are both about to reach my age, so there's a city. That's a fort. I don't like building forts or castles, but I hate dealing with them. So there's the enemy army. They just showed up. So we're just gonna let them fight while I do whatever. Let's advance another age. Okay, there, so I captured a city. Nice. When you capture a city, it doesn't immediately become yours. Right now it's assimilating. Once it's assimilated, it's yours, and you can build with it. You can do whatever you want with the city. It's yours now, basically. My favorite thing to do is while my army is doing whatever they want, I can direct my cannons to attack a city that I'm gonna attack next. Because the siege weapons are the ones that are the best to attack enemy fortifications with. And there. Now we just get to sit here and watch this awesomeness as my army takes out their army. I like how the dead bodies fade into skeletons and then the skeletons fade away. I think that's cool. I don't have enough knowledge. Is there an empty thing somewhere? Let's make a new one. Yeah, my army's kind of kicking their butt. The annoying thing is enemy military installations don't immediately get assimilated either. And because of that, the enemy can continue building units in it. So as much as it feels like a waste of time, it's best to like hang back and destroy factories and stuff so they can't keep building units while you're not paying attention. Anyway, that's enough of me giving the rundown of Rise of Nations to my audience of one. How you been, Pete? Doing anything cool today besides draw like a maniac? Because you've been drawing a lot, like a maniac. Can I build another wonder? This is the one for metal. I'll build this one. Anger Watt. I have no idea what Anger Watt is, but... Oh yeah, you're going home for Thanksgiving. That's cool. So how long is that break for you? Okay, I'm just gonna put some stuff to research while the game's paused, because I have way too many things I need to research, and I haven't been doing it well. I keep forgetting. Where's my smelter? No, you. Did I get the temple? I did. Alright. Wednesday to Sunday. Ooh, that's a nice size break. Enjoy it, dude. Angkor Wat. That's a temple in Cambodia. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, it's over here. It's being built. Angkor Wat. It improves metal gather rate, so it's pretty handy since you know, right now metal is kind of trailing behind. So I like building Angkor Wat for that reason specifically. Improve my metal. Oh yeah, so I captured the capital, and as you can see it says over here, William of Orange, Dutch, they have 2 minutes left to retake their capital. Otherwise they forfeit, because I captured their capital. And now I'm in the Industrial Age. And the Industrial Age gives birth to oil. So now I can build oil wells on top of oil and start gathering oil. Makes sense. I forgot I named my capital Pete Roman Digger. Yep. Always, dude. Alright, let's go find some more oil. The sound oil wells make when you build them. That's a weird one. Wow, I totally wiped out their forces. They got nothing. That's good. Oh, there's Angkor Wat. Check it out. It's almost complete. So yeah, building oil wells takes a while. Oh, and he's dead. But once you research enough enough science, you can build refineries, which do the same thing that smelters, granaries, and lumber mills do. And immediately what you want to do, and I'm talking immediately, is build one in every single city you have. Because that'll help you cap out oil, like, immediately. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, William of Orange has been defeated. All his remaining cities that haven't been claimed now belong to me. Which leaves only one person to take on, Queen Mandakai whatever of the Mongols. Where are those refineries I started building? There they are. And now with oil we can research the next units, because they require oil. Because from this point on, we don't use horses anymore. No, horsies. They're irrelevant. Yeah, with the Industrial Age, horses give way to armored cars. Yeah, there are my horsies. Say goodbye to my horsies. They are now armored cars. Oh, the enemy! Oh, and I can build air bases now if I want to. Forgot about that. Ooh, airbase siren. Every time I think he's out, he just, like, more of his armored units, his army just keeps coming out of nowhere, like, go away. And now we're advancing to the modern age. Yeah, it does get pretty quick as the game keeps going. Of course, it all ultimately depends on how good you are at, like, keeping up and staying ahead. Because I guarantee you, if these comps were any harder, I would not be anywhere near this far along. Or at least they would be even farther than me. And this is a part of the game where I just kind of swarm everything. And I just fight my way to the heart of the enemy's capital. Capture it, and then we're done. 43 minutes. I can speed it up with the plus. And now we're moving on fast time. Jeez, where did their army keep coming from? Like, go away. Stop it. I'm like trying to wipe them out so I can keep moving, but they just keep coming out. The Mongols are very stubborn. They don't like losing. And there's more. Jesus. So starting in the modern age, you can, yeah, pretty much. You can make air bases. So you can start making helicopters and stuff. And also, look what else you can make in the modern age. A missile silo. I wonder what that's for. Yep, it is for researching nuclear missiles. And once you do that, it sends out a notification to everybody that you are researching how to make nuclear weapons. Let's make another wonder. What should we make? Oh, this will increase oil. The Eiffel Tower. Seriously, I don't get it. They're just constantly spitting out more units to attack me with. I'm getting kind of sick of it. We have developed nuclear weapons. Oh, that's good. I'm sure that won't go poorly. Where the hell is the enemy capital? I keep thinking I found it. Rakoto. Yeah. So the nuclear missiles are cool, but unfortunately this one is out of range, as you can see on the lower map. But it would probably take me too long to make it. By the time I make it, I probably would have dominated the rest of the world. I like how the Kremlin, I didn't even notice, but the Kremlin in this game isn't actually the Kremlin. So take a look at it. This is the Kremlin that you can build. I didn't know that when I originally played the game. Then I found out later. It's like, oh no, that's not the Kremlin. That's Saint something's cathedral. It's still in the same location, but it isn't. And they're like, I guess they chose it like that because it looks better. Because whereas the Kremlin just looked like a hotel. And I'm like, does it? But then I looked up a picture of the actual Kremlin. And I'm like, I don't know. The Kremlin looks okay. Like, I mean, the most boring wonder in this game, in my opinion, is Versailles. I don't even know what that is. Let's see, here it is. This one, wait. This one. Versailles. And look at it. It's just a building. It's like a library or whatever. I have no clue what it is. And they're like, oh, the Kremlin looks boring, so let's take St. Peter's Cathedral and call it the Kremlin. I'm like, but whatever. Everything else looks interesting, so I don't know why that one's the only one that has an issue. Oh my gosh, this is honestly, I don't know what's up with them, but this is like the most stubborn resistance that an enemy has ever put up to me. Like somehow, like more and more enemy soldiers keep coming out of nowhere and stopping my advancement. This is the most any comm has ever resisted, and I'm on easy difficulty. There's the capital. Found it. That's why it's always a good idea to have a what am I saying? I don't know. To destroy all their buildings as you conquer, because then they can't make more units, because they just keep making more units. Anyway, there's the capital. Once it hits 0 HP, I'll capture it, and then it's a timer until I win the game. So as you can see, games in Rise of Nations going at a relatively normal pace, because I did increase the resources at the beginning of the game, lasts about an hour. So yeah. And there, I took over the capital, finally. Now in 2 minutes, I'll win the game unless the Mongols manage to retake their capital, which I highly doubt that's going to happen. Did I finish the Statue of Liberty? I did. Alright, well, okay. Yeah, so the last wonder you can get is the space program. I love that thing. Let's go back to the action. Yeah, so I'm researching the final researches. but I don't think it's gonna make it because we only got 40 seconds left. And my army stopped fighting. They killed everything. Look, they're running away. You guys have nowhere to go. I win. Ten seconds, y'all. And there. I won by conquest. I always like looking at these scores, even though they don't really mean anything. Because, like, the comms, I mean, what fight are they gonna put up, you know? My favorite graph to look at is always the military graph. Because you can see how much time I put into building military units and fighting. Whereas the enemy, not so much. I'm impressed that their bar is that low, given they gave me such a pain in the butt to try to conquer them at the end. It's all thanks to the good luck of our capital city, Pete Romandigger. Yeah, so that is in a nutshell Rise of Nations. It's incredibly fun and addicting. So, yeah. Hope y'all learned something. Very fun game. Very fun game. It's the only RTS I've ever played, like, for real, and that I've really enjoyed. It's just a fun time. And making maps. I made so many maps back in the day. I don't know if I'll make more now, but I might at some point, because it's just fun. And yeah, that's it. So, thanks for sticking around, Pete, for this impromptu thing. I was hoping to stream some Thai as well, but I had no idea that this would take so long, and I'm kind of tired. So, a bit of a bummer, I know. But, yeah. I don't know. I could always... I mean, who cares? We can see. Can I do that now, or...? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're leaving right now. Okay, yeah. I'll probably play Thai some more on my own time next anyway. Because why not? It's really fun. So, I'm actually was kind of looking forward to coming home to play it, so... Yeah. And so, shout out to my buddy for getting me Thai the Tasmanian Tiger as a gift on Steam. I mean, dude... I'm pretty sure that 15 bucks could have fed you. I know it could have fed me. But regardless, thanks. And thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all next time. Play this game. It's fun. Bye-bye.